This is Noah, a man who listened when God spoke. God told Noah to build a massive ark because a great flood was coming. So Noah and his sons worked and worked and worked. It took many, many years, over 100, to build the giant ark. The people mocked Noah, but he never lost his faith in what God told him. And when it was ready, God sent animals, 2 of every kind, and 7 pairs of the clean animals and birds. They came just as God commanded, and Noah guided them onto the ark. Noah brought his family too, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. Then the rains came, 40 days and 40 nights. People begged Noah to let them onto the ark, but their lack of faith didn't allow them to be saved. But God kept Noah and every creature safe inside. When the rain stopped, Noah sent out a dove, hoping to find dry land. At last, the dove brought back a fresh olive leaf, a sign the world was growing again. The ark came to rest on Mount Ararat, where Noah, his family, and all the animals stepped off the ark. God placed a rainbow in the sky, a promise to never flood the whole earth again.
Come close, my friend. Let me tell you about Samson, a man chosen before he was born. An angel visited his mother and said her son would be set apart for God's purpose. And so Samson grew strong, blessed, and unlike any other. As a young man, he faced dangers bravely. He even tore a lion apart with his bare hands. He defended his people from the Philistines with strength that amazed everyone. But Samson's heart, that was his weakness. He loved Delilah, who tricked him into revealing that his strength came from his uncut hair. When she cut it, his power left him. The Philistines captured him and blinded him. Yet in his darkest moment, Samson prayed, and God heard him. With one final burst of strength, he pushed apart the pillars of the temple, bringing it crashing down on his enemies. A life of great power, great mistakes, and a final act of courage. After Moses passed, God chose Joshua to lead his people into the promised land. Their first challenge was the mighty city of Jericho, with walls so tall they touched the sky. One evening, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joshua, glowing with gentle light. The angel said, "Do not be afraid. God has given you this city." So Joshua and the Israelites marched around the walls once every day for 6 days. They blew their trumpets, their joyful music echoing through the valley. The people said nothing, just footsteps and horns, a quiet, faithful procession. On the 7th day, they marched around the city 7 times, their anticipation growing. Joshua lifted his hand, and the people shouted with all their might. Suddenly the ground rumbled, the mighty walls shook, and then crash. The walls of Jericho fell flat, safely dissolving into dust clouds. God had shown his power, and his people walked forward with courage and faith.
In ancient Persia lived Esther, a young woman raised by her cousin Mordecai. She was humble, wise, and devoted to her people. One day, Esther was called to the palace. Because the king sought a new queen, Esther was chosen, not for power, but for her kindness and courage. This marriage would prove to be a godly union. But the king's advisor, Haman, burned with anger when Mordecai would not bow. He devised a plan to destroy Esther's people. When Mordecai heard, he told Esther. Esther prayed for courage, and even though approaching him uninvited could cost her life, Esther went to speak to the king. With brave resolve, Esther entered the throne room, and the king welcomed her. She revealed Haman's wicked scheme, and the king acted swiftly to stop him. Haman was found guilty and punished. Through courage and faith, Esther saved her people, proving that one brave voice can change everything.